Every morning presents a divine gift, a fresh canvas where hope and faith can flourish. In this journey of self-discovery and connection, we are reminded that each dawn symbolizes God's promise as reiterated in Psalm 118:24, inviting us to declare new day as an affirmation of our faith. Imagine waking up, breathing in the life around you, and taking a moment to acknowledge both the grandeur of the universe and the intimate blessings that often slip by unnoticed. The gentle embrace of a loved one, the sweet scent of coffee brewing, the vibrant colors of a sunrise. As we bow our heads in prayer, we are not merely seeking comfort, but igniting a transformation within, a shift from the mundane routine to a spirit renewed by gratitude. The morning prayer becomes our sanctuary, allowing us to reset our focus and equip ourselves with strength and clarity to tackle whatever the day brings. By engaging in this sacred practice, we rediscover the magic woven into each moment, reminding ourselves to cherish simplicity and stay grounded in divine presence. This isn't just a ritual. It's an essential lifeline connecting us to something greater, guiding us to embrace reawakening hope with open hearts. So let's dive deep and cherish this opportunity to connect, reflect, and inspire others to join us in recognizing that every sunrise is a chance for renewal, growth, and living life with intentional gratitude. 1. Awaken your spirit. 2. Embrace the gift. 3. Recognize everyday blessings. 4. Transform through gratitude. 5. Connect with divine presence. 6. Renew your perspective. 7. Inspire others with hope. If this is resonating with you so far, give the video a like and share it with someone who needs to hear this. 4. Transform through gratitude. Friends, if we truly embrace the dawn as a divine gift, then our journey naturally leads us to the profound power of gratitude. Gratitude is not merely a fleeting emotion. It is a transformative practice, a spiritual discipline that reshapes our inner landscape and, by extension, our outer world. It's the alchemist of the soul, turning what we have into enough and more. In the hurried pace of modern life, where the next task often overshadows the current blessing, gratitude offers us a vital cause, an essential recalibration. It's the conscious choice to see the light, even when shadows loom large, and to appreciate the intricate beauty woven into the tapestry of our daily existence. Think about your daily commute, perhaps stuck in traffic, deadlines pressing, the digital world constantly pinging for your attention. It's easy to get swept away by frustration, by the feeling of being overwhelmed. But what if, in that very moment, you consciously shifted your focus? What if you recognized the miracle of the vehicle you're in, the infrastructure that supports your journey, the safety that surrounds you even in the midst of congestion? What if you considered the privilege of having a destination, a purpose, a place to go? This isn't about ignoring challenges or dismissing difficulties. It's about changing your relationship with them. It's about understanding that even within the mundane, the irritating, or the downright challenging, there are threads of grace woven throughout. Gratitude allows us to perceive these threads, transforming the ordinary into the extraordinary. Gratitude transforms our perspective from one of scarcity to one of abundance. When we are constantly bombarded with messages of what we lack, what we should aspire to buy, or how we should compare ourselves to others, our spirit can become depleted. Gratitude acts as a powerful antidote, reminding us of the richness already present in our lives. It redirects our energy from striving for more in a consumerist sense to appreciating what is, right here, right now. This shift is not passive acceptance. It is an active engagement with the present moment, imbuing it with meaning and value. It liberates us from the endless pursuit of external validation, anchoring us instead in the inherent worth of our own lives. Consider the simple act of breathing, often unnoticed. It is the very essence of life. To be grateful for each breath is to acknowledge the sheer miracle of existence, a continuous divine gift. To be grateful for a roof over your head, for clean water, for a warm meal. These are not small things. These are fundamental blessings that in many parts of the world remain aspirations, dreams yet unfulfilled. By consciously acknowledging them, by allowing their significance to truly sink into our hearts, we cultivate a deep sense of humility and a profound appreciation for the divine provision in our lives. This transforms the mundane routine into a series of grace-filled moments, elevating our daily experience from mere survival to a vibrant tapestry of blessings. It shifts our focus from what we perceive as lacking to the overflowing cup of what has already been given. This transformation through gratitude isn't just about feeling good. It has tangible impacts on our mental, emotional, and even physical well-being. Studies increasingly show that practicing gratitude can reduce stress, improve sleep quality, foster stronger and more meaningful relationships, and even enhance our physical health by boosting our immune system. When we choose gratitude, we are choosing to build resilience, to equip ourselves with an inner strength that can weather any storm. It allows us to reset our focus, moving away from what drains our energy and towards what replenishes and uplifts us. It's about finding the silver lining, not in a naive or Pollyanna-ish way, but in a deeply discerning manner that recognizes the interwoven nature of challenges and opportunities. Gratitude becomes our sanctuary, a quiet space within us where peace resides, regardless of the chaos outside. It empowers us to tackle whatever the day brings, not with trepidation or resignation, but with a spirit renewed by an unwavering sense of divine presence and unwavering supply. It's a fundamental shift, moving us from feeling like victims of circumstance to being active participants in shaping our own inner experience. When we are truly grateful, we are aligned with a higher frequency, opening our hearts to receive even more blessings because our entire being vibrates with appreciation. This deep appreciation not only changes us, but also radiates outward, impacting everyone we encounter. Connect with divine presence. Building upon the bedrock of gratitude, our morning prayer becomes an essential lifeline, a direct conduit to connect with divine presence. In an age of relentless digital noise, constant notifications, and the feeling of being perpetually on, finding moments of true, authentic connection can seem elusive. Yet, this connection is not meant to be found solely in grand, earth-shattering epiphanies or monumental spiritual experiences. The divine is not just in the majestic mountain peak or the thundering ocean. It is just as profoundly present in the quiet hum of your refrigerator, the gentle murmur of a child's laughter, the intricate design of a single leaf, the comforting embrace of a pet, or the shared silence with a loved one. The challenge for us, living in this fast-paced, often fragmented world, is to cultivate an awareness that allows us to perceive this ever-present divinity. It's about learning to hear the whisper of God in the ordinary, to see His hand in the everyday. How do we cultivate this connection beyond the moments of formal morning prayer? It begins with intentionality and presence. It's about recognizing that every moment holds the potential for a sacred encounter, a chance to acknowledge the Creator in the creation. When you prepare your morning coffee, Can you see the artistry in the beans, the miracle of water, the warmth that nourishes you? Can you connect this simple act to the vast, intricate web of creation that makes it possible? To the hands that cultivated the beans, to the journey they took to reach you? This isn't about making every single moment a cumbersome religious ritual, but rather imbuing ordinary moments with extraordinary awareness. It's about understanding that God is not confined to sacred texts or hallowed halls. God is woven into the very fabric of existence, waiting to be acknowledged, honored, and experienced in the simple, the overlooked, and the everyday. It is in this profound recognition that our spirit truly comes alive. Consider the rush of a busy workday, the pressure of deadlines, or the complexities of interpersonal dynamics. It's easy to feel isolated, to feel as though you are navigating these challenges alone, shouldering immense burdens. But when you are deeply connected to divine presence, you are never truly alone. This connection provides an anchor, a source of unwavering stability amidst the churning waters of modern life. It's about recognizing that the wisdom, strength, compassion, and patience you need are not solely self-generated. They are accessible through this divine current that flows through all things, including through you. This understanding can fundamentally alter how you approach challenges. Instead of reacting in fear, frustration, or anger, you might pause, take a deep breath, and consciously tap into that wellspring of peace and guidance. This isn't about escaping reality. It's about facing it with a deeper well of inner resources, knowing that you are supported by an unseen hand. This essential lifeline also manifests in how we see and interact with others. When we connect with the divine presence within ourselves, when we acknowledge our own inherent sacredness, we naturally begin to perceive that same spark of divinity in every person we encounter. The challenging colleague, the impatient driver, the struggling stranger, each carries a reflection of the sacred. This perspective fosters empathy, compassion, and a deeper sense of interconnectedness that transcends superficial differences. It shifts us from judgment to understanding, from competition to collaboration, from isolation to community. It reminds us that our shared humanity is rooted in a shared divine origin, and that acts of kindness, understanding, and forgiveness are not just moral imperatives, but profound expressions of our deepest spiritual truth. It allows us to build bridges rather than walls. In a world increasingly driven by external validation, by the pursuit of fame, wealth, or power, this internal connection to divine presence offers true liberation. It frees us from the constant need to seek approval or affirmation from outside ourselves. When we are grounded in this sacred relationship, our worth is not determined by our achievements, our possessions, or the opinions of others. Our worth is inherent, divinely bestowed, and immutable. This deep-seated security empowers us to live authentically, to pursue our true calling, and to contribute our unique gifts to the world without fear of inadequacy or failure. It allows us to discern our true path amidst the myriad of distractions and conflicting voices, tuning into the subtle whispers of guidance that emerge from a place of profound inner stillness and wisdom. This connection becomes our compass, guiding us through the fog of uncertainty and leading us towards a life of purpose, peace, and profound meaning, rooted in an unshakable sense of belonging. 6. Renew your perspective. The morning prayer, then, isn't merely about connecting. It is profoundly about renewal. Specifically, renewing our perspective. Each new day truly is a fresh canvas, vibrant with possibility. But too often we approach it with the same old colors, the same old brushes, and the same preconceived notions from yesterday. We carry the burdens of past disappointments, the anxieties of future unknowns, and the ingrained patterns of thought that keep us tethered to a limited, often negative view of what's possible. Morning prayer is our golden opportunity to actively shed these constraints, to reset our focus, and to equip ourselves with a clarity and strength that allows us to see the world and our place in it with fresh, hopeful eyes. Think of the relentless news cycle, the constant stream of negativity, divisiveness, and alarming headlines that can infiltrate our minds before we've even had our first sip of coffee. It's incredibly easy to become cynical, to feel overwhelmed by the sheer scale of global challenges, or to dismiss the potential for good in our own immediate spheres of influence. A renewed perspective actively challenges this inertia. It doesn't deny the existence of difficulties or bury our heads in the sand. Rather, it refuses to let them define our entire reality. It's about consciously choosing to seek out the light, to focus on solutions rather than just problems, and to believe in the possibility of positive change, even if it starts with a single, small step. It transforms us from passive recipients of information into active agents of hope. This renewal is vital for navigating the complexities and demands of modern life. Our minds are constantly processing information, making decisions, and responding to stimuli from a multitude of sources. Without a regular reset, we can easily fall into mental fatigue, decision paralysis, and a pervasive sense of weariness, feeling perpetually drained. Morning prayer offers that essential mental and spiritual cleanse. It's like defragmenting your mind's hard drive, clearing out the cluttered thoughts, purging negative data, and optimizing your inner system for peak performance and peace. It allows us to release the emotional residue of yesterday's frustrations, the unfinished tasks, the misunderstandings, the moments of regret, and approach the current day with a clean slate, unburdened by past baggage. This daily practice ensures our spirits remain nimble and our outlook resilient. How does this renewed perspective manifest in real life, in the daily grind? Imagine facing a challenging conversation at work, perhaps a performance review or a difficult negotiation. Instead of anticipating conflict or rehearsing negative outcomes in your mind, a renewed perspective allows you to approach it with openness, a genuine desire for understanding, and a fundamental belief in a constructive, mutually beneficial resolution. Or consider a personal setback, perhaps a disappointment in a relationship, a financial obstacle, or an unexpected health issue. Instead of succumbing to despair, self-pity, or bitterness, a renewed perspective helps you see it as a valuable learning opportunity, a necessary detour that might ultimately lead to an even more valuable destination, or a chance to cultivate resilience and inner strength you didn't even know you possessed. It empowers us to reframe challenges as opportunities, setbacks as setups for comebacks, and endings as new beginnings. This isn't about being oblivious to reality or adopting a naive optimism. It's about consciously choosing your lens, your frame of reference. The ancient Stoics often spoke of controlling our perceptions rather than being controlled by external events. This spiritual practice of renewing our perspective aligns perfectly with that timeless wisdom. It acknowledges that while we cannot always control what happens to us, we absolutely can control our response to it, our interpretation of it, and the meaning we assign to it. By choosing to cultivate a perspective rooted in hope, gratitude, and divine presence, we actively shape our inner world, which in turn profoundly influences our interactions and experiences in the outer world. We equip ourselves with clarity of thought, emotional balance, and spiritual fortitude, allowing us to face the day's demands with a proactive rather than reactive spirit. It transforms us from merely reacting to circumstances to actively creating our reality through the power of our intention and our unwavering faith, recognizing that even in adversity, there is opportunity for growth and grace. 7. Inspire others with hope. Finally, as we awaken our spirit, embrace each gift, recognize our everyday blessings, transform through gratitude, connect with divine presence, and renew our perspective, an inevitable and beautiful outcome emerges. We become a source of inspiration and hope for others. This isn't about setting out to preach or overtly evangelize. It's about the natural overflow of an inner transformation. When your spirit is genuinely renewed, your heart is filled with gratitude, and your life is anchored in divine connection. That light shines outward without effort. It's a silent sermon, a living testimony that speaks louder than any words or grand pronouncements. Your very being becomes a reflection of the peace and joy you cultivate within. In a world grappling with cynicism, fear, division, and an ever-present sense of anxiety, a beacon of authentic hope is a precious commodity. People are yearning for positivity, for tangible examples of resilience, for evidence that grace still exists amidst the chaos. Your commitment to beginning each day with intentional gratitude and divine connection provides just that. Imagine the ripple effect. You show up to your family breakfast with a calmer demeanor, a more patient ear, a genuine smile that radiates warmth. This subtle shift in your energy can change the entire tone of the morning for your household, transforming rushed beginnings into moments of connection. You arrive at work with a positive outlook, approaching challenges with a problem-solving mindset rather than one of complaint or despair. This can uplift team morale, inspire colleagues to adopt a similar constructive attitude, and foster a more collaborative and positive environment. Consider the pervasive influence of social media today. It can often be a space of comparison, negativity, and performative perfection, leading to feelings of inadequacy and isolation. But what if your presence, your interactions, and your way of being become a quiet, gentle counter-narrative? What if your calm, grounded energy stands out in a sea of anxiety and superficiality, without needing to post inspirational quotes constantly? Simply living from a place of renewed hope can make you a magnet for those seeking solace, strength, and genuine connection. People are intuitively drawn to authentic peace, to unadulterated joy, and to an unshakable inner calm. They might not be able to articulate why, but they will sense the difference in your presence, feeling drawn to the light that emanates from within you. This outward inspiration is not a burden. It is a natural, effortless extension of your own spiritual growth. The more deeply you connect with your inner wellspring of hope, the more effortlessly it flows outward to touch the lives of others. It's a beautiful, reciprocal process. As you share your light, as you give from your abundance, your own light grows brighter, and your own abundance expands. It's about embodying the change you wish to see in the world, living as a testament to the transformative power of daily intentionality, prayer, and connection. Your life itself becomes an invitation for others to explore their own spiritual journeys, to seek their own moments of quiet reflection, and to discover the profound blessings that await them each morning when they too choose to embrace a new day. You become a living example that even amidst life's inevitable storms, its unexpected detours, and its periods of darkness, it is possible to cultivate an inner sanctuary of peace, to maintain a grateful heart, and to walk forward with unwavering faith. Your hope isn't naive, it's resilient, born from a deep understanding of divine provision and strength. It's a hope that acknowledges the difficulties, but chooses to believe in the greater good, in the divine plan that gently unfolds, and in the inherent capacity for human kindness and spiritual triumph. This is the ultimate call to action of our morning prayer. Not just to transform ourselves for our own benefit, but through that very transformation, to illuminate the path for others, inviting them to embrace the reawakening hope that each new day promises. To inspire others is to share the very essence of divine love that has renewed you, creating a virtuous cycle of hope, gratitude, and connection that strengthens communities and uplifts humanity one dawn at a time. Powerful closing. As we conclude our time together, remember this profound truth. Every single sunrise is a new declaration of God's promise. It's an invitation to release the grip of yesterday's burdens and to step into the fresh, boundless potential of today. It is a powerful reminder that you are not defined by your past, but by your conscious, intentional response to each new moment. This practice of morning prayer, of declaring new day with intentionality, isn't just a simple ritual. It is a sacred act of co-creation, where you align your spirit with the divine flow, opening yourself to receive His abundant grace and empowering yourself to give freely from that wellspring. Ralph Waldo Emerson, with timeless wisdom, once penned, "What lies behind us and what lies before us are tiny matters compared to what lies within us." In our context, this speaks to the immense, immeasurable power of our inner world, nurtured by gratitude and divine connection. The external circumstances, the past regrets, the future anxieties, they are fleeting, temporary, and ultimately external to your true self. But the spirit of hope, the wellspring of peace, the unshakable capacity for love and gratitude that we cultivate within through our daily spiritual practice, that is eternal. That is our true strength, and that is what empowers us to live a life of intentional gratitude, purposeful action, and profound joy, regardless of what the world throws our way. So as you step out into this day, carry this renewed perspective with you. Let your gratitude be your constant guide, your divine connection be your unshakable anchor, and your hope be your unwavering compass. Embrace the magic woven into each moment, cherish the profound simplicity of life, and stay deeply grounded in His divine presence, knowing He walks with you always. Before we say Amen, let us ground ourselves in a timeless passage of Scripture. I invite you to open your heart and mind as I read from Psalm 143, a prayer for guidance and renewed hope in the morning. Hear my prayer, O Lord. Give ear to my pleas for mercy. In your faithfulness answer me. In your righteousness enter not into judgment with your servant, for no one living is righteous before you. For the enemy has pursued my soul. He has crushed my life to the ground. He has made me sit in darkness like those long dead. My spirit faints within me. My heart within me is appalled. I remember the days of old. I meditate on all that you have done. I ponder the work of your hands. I stretch out my hands to you. My soul thirsts for you like a parched land. Selah. Answer me quickly, O Lord. My spirit fails. Hide not your face from me, lest I be like those who go down to the pit. Let me hear in the morning of your steadfast love, for in you I trust. Make me know the way I should go, for to you I lift up my soul. Deliver me, O Lord, from my enemies. I flee to you for refuge. Teach me to do your will, for you are my God. Let your good spirit lead me on level ground. For your name's sake, O Lord, preserve my life. In your righteousness, bring my soul out of trouble. And in your steadfast love, you will cut off my enemies, and you will destroy all who afflict my soul. For I am your servant. Amen. If this message has resonated with your spirit today, please take a moment to like this video and subscribe to our channel. Your support helps us share these messages of hope and renewal with a wider community. And do leave a comment below sharing what you are grateful for today, or how you embrace your new day with intentional gratitude. We'd love to hear from you.